This is the first tutorial of a series of tutorials related to database. In the near future, we are going to make a tutorial about how to create a geospatial database, where we are going to project our data on a map and to be able to do geospatial analysis using Quantum GIS. However, it is essential to understand how a relational alphanumeric database works before to start to work with the complexity of a geospatial database and the connection with the GIS software. In this tutorial, there are around 2.5 hours of content divided into 4 parts. Watching this tutorial, you are going to be able to create, read, update, and delete a relational alphanumeric database. To do that one, we are going to use the software posgreSQL. But why this software? Because this software, it's free, open source, it's a relational database, easy to understand, one of the most popular softwares for database, very intuitive software, very intuitive language, SQL. Also, you can add some extensions to the software. For example, a geospatial extension to create a geospatial database. There are many free sources that you can find online, and also a lot of video tutorials where you are going to improve, develop, and increase your skills using posgreSQL.
One. Can I use the project number 2,018,149 for a new project? 2. What is the legal land description for the project number 2,018,118? 3. I have the legal land description 04-28-092-13-N4W, but I would like to know what is the project number. 4. What is the client for the project 2,017,038? 5. How many projects we have at the area located at Range 12, Township 93 and Meridian 4? 6. How many sites have a concentration of chloride higher than 120 mg/kg? What are the projects? 7. How many sites have a concentration of benzene between 1.000 and 4.000 mg/kg? What are the projects? 8. What is the average concentration of benzene at the area located at Township 039, Range 07 and Meridian 5? 9. What is the average concentration of benzene at the area located at Township 093, Range 12 and Meridian 4, and what are those sites? 10. What are the project's number and client names where the concentration of benzene is higher than 6 mg/kg? 11. What were the phases 1 completed in 2018? How many? 12. What was the total budget for all phases 1? 13. What was the total budget for the phases 1 delivered in 2017? 14. What was the total of phases 2 delivered for the client Malamute? 15. What was the budget for the phases 2 for the client 12-6 delivered in 2018? 16. What was the most expensive phase 3 completed in 2017 and the cheapest in 2018? 17. What is the legal land description for the most expensive phase 3 completed in 2017? 18. How many phases 1, 2 and 3 were completed for the project number 2,018,112? 19. What were the projects completed by SDAML in 2018? 20. In which department SDAML works? 21. Who are the project managers at the Edmonton office? 22. How is the project manager name, phone, department and office for the Phase 2 project number 2,018,112? Who is the client? Important note. In this tutorial, the database has been created with no real information. Fields like client name, phone numbers, project manager names, analytical analysis, project numbers, concentration of chloride, benzene, etc. were chosen totally randomly. The only real thing is the legal land description. However, the areas were also taken randomly. The purpose of this tutorial is just education.
Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to use PostgreSQL to create an alphanumeric database. We are going to use this entity relationship diagram to create our database. Also, I'm going to show you how you can create this kind of diagrams. As you know, Postgres it's a relation database. In order to establish this database, we need entities. Okay, in this entity relationship diagram, we have 7 entities. These entities are client, site, soil, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and manager. Every entity has their own attributes. Okay, is the column at the middle, and also for every attribute we have a specific data. That's the third column. At the third column we can see what kind of data we are going to use to define the attributes. For the first column we have the primary key and also the foreign key. Okay, the foreign key is going to help us to link one entity with another one. We are going to establish what is the relation between each entity. Okay, that's the cardinality, and the relation between the entities it's really important and is going to give us the coherent the structure to our database. And it's really important to establish the proper relations between the entities in order to create a strong database. Then let's go to do it. We are going to download from the main website. Just Google the name of the software. In this case it's PostgreSQL. Go to downloads. Now we have to select our system. In my case it's Windows. Now you have to select this first option, and we are going to take this one here. This is the last version. Okay, now I'm going to pass the video faster. The process is complete. Yes. Okay. Next. That's the directory. Next. We are going to leave all this one like this. Next. That's where our database is going to be saved. Next. Now we have to choose a password, and we have to remember this password because we have to use when we are open the software. Okay, in this case I'm going to put Postgres as a password. Sorry, I made a mistake. Postgres. Okay, let's go. I'm going to leave this port as default. It's going to be English, Canada English. Next. That's the characteristics. Next. Next. Okay, we have to leave this one click as show here. Finish. Now we have to select this option Next. Now we need to install an extension. It's going to be a spatial extensions. This is because for this lesson we are going to make a alphanumeric database, but for the next lesson we are going to create a geospatial database. In order to do that one, we need the PostGIS, okay? This extension. Next, next, and next. I agree. Next. Select create the spatial database. Next. Password. That's Postgres. Next. That's okay for the name. Yes, yes, yes. Close and finish. Our database is already installed. Before to create a database, we have to talk about a lot of different things. It is not easy to find something to start, right? But I decided to start from the tables, okay? As a Postgres, it's a relational database. We have to use the tables to manage the information, okay? In order to draw our model of the database, we are going to use a website where we can draw the tables and see what is the relation between the tables, okay? This website has an option that it's totally free. That's the one we are going to use, okay? The name of the website is Lucidchart, as you can see here. Let's go to the main website. And now you have to put your email here in order to have access to the free option. We have to fill these fields here. And now go to the bottom. Start free account. Now it's ready to use. Select any option here, for example this one. Manager. Okay, and the option we have to use is this one, ERD. Now we are going to select blank and create document. Okay, here there is a small tutorial where you can see how we can do the things. Okay, finish. Then let's go to create our model with Lucidchart. First of all, we are going to work with this table and what kind of elements we need to create our database. In this table, the entity is the client. Okay, client is going to be also the name of this table. Then we can identify also some fields. There is these columns, okay, and we have three different fields: either client 1, client n, and phone number. These fields are attributes of the entity. For this entity, we have three attributes: 1, 2, 3, every column. For every entity, in this case client, we need a primary key. In this case, the primary key is going to be the first column. a primary key, has to identify in a unique way every route with a number or with a word, but has to be unique and has to be never, for a number, has to be never a null number. Now let's go to see how we can create this table in Lucidchart. Okay, I'm going to choose this kind of chart to create our first table. Let's go to make this one bigger. I'm going to remove this one from here. I'm going to move this one over here. I'm going to make this one bigger. Then, as we said before, the entity is going to be client. And this field, as we said before, is going to be client ID. The other field is going to be client N. And the last field is going to be phone number. Okay. Now this one is the key. Now when we create the database, that one is going to have more sense, but at the moment, as we said before, the ED client is going to be our primary key. This field here is this field here. Let me move this one a little bit to see better. This field here is this field here. This one is the second field and that one is the third field. And that's the attribute for the entity. Then we can edit this one as you prefer, okay? Something like that. You can add some colors also. The table or whatever you want. Even for the name here. Okay. Then for this third column, we have to add the data type. The first one, as that one is going to be a number, is going to be integer. Or we can write the abbreviation like int. The second one, as that one is going to be a name, the data type is going to be a varchar. And we can put inside the parentheses the how many maximum letters we can write, and it's going to be 20. For the last one, as that one is also a number, we can use an int. Okay. There are a lot of resources on internet where you can find information about the data type. Okay, I'm not going to explain anything about this one, but you can make your own search. Now we have our first table, and we are going to insert this table in our database. Okay. First, let's go to open the Postgres. We have to go to this option here, and we are going to open this one, pgadmin 4. Going to pass the video faster. Okay. Now we have to go to servers. Then here in Postgres, click right, properties, connection, Okay, everything is good. Go here, connect. The password is Postgres, as we said before. Okay, now it's connected, as you can see here. And this is our database. This is the one we created when we installed the software, but we can eliminate this database because we are not going to use this one. Then just go click right and delete. And now we are going to create a new database for this tutorial. Okay, now that's very easy. Just click right on the database, create database, and you put the name here. I'm going to call this database as a example 1, and the owner is going to be Postgres, the same, and we are not going to change anything here. The encoding is good. Okay, save. Now we can close, and this one is our database. To connect, just click on the database and we have our database connected already. But also we can create a database in a different way using a command, for example. I'm going to show you how to do it. Now we eliminate, we don't have database. Click here, let's go to tools, query tool. Now here let's go to write create database and put the name, and then select and click this button here and query returned successfully. As you can see, we cannot see the database here, but if we go with the on the database, sorry, refresh, and we have our database there. Then we have two different ways to create the database. Now let's go to create the first table. Click to connect to the database. Now go to schemas, public, and now here tables. As you can see, we don't have any table. Also, in this case, we have two different ways to create the table. Just click right on table and we can create directly with the software. Table, name of the table, we say client. Okay, the owner, it's okay, that one it's okay, everything is good. Then columns, you have to add the columns here. As we said before, let me put this one here to see a while. This one here, and I'm going to make these windows smaller. Okay. The name of the first field is going to be the ID client 1. Data type is going to be this one. Has to be no null because that is going to be the primary key. And here, as you can see, the option say primary key. That's the option we have to select and put yes. Well, now I can do that one because I don't have more fields, but I'm going to add more one. It's going to be this field, client n, and we say it's a bar chart. This one, and length is going to be 20 characters, and one more here is going to be phone number, is int also, can I put now the primary key. Here you can see the SQL estimate to create this table. Save. As you can see, now we have the table. And here we can see our table is this one. And if you go to properties, column, now you can put the primary key for the first field. Primary key, yes. Save. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do with a command. Okay, let's go to eliminate the table, delete. Now we don't have any table, as you can see here, and we are going to create a table using the SQL command. Let's go to start here. Then it's going to be create table, and the name of the table, it's client. Then we have to open a parenthesis. First attribute is ID client. The data type is going to be int and not null. Okay, is good. Then comma. The second field is going to be client n, and this data is going to be a bar chart and 20 characters as a maximum, comma, and the third attribute is going to be the phone number, and it's going to be also an int, comma, and we have to say what is the primary key, right? Is going to be the field ID client 1, close the parentheses, and we can write this one in a different ways. Okay, that's the way I did, but there are different ways to do that one. Then let's go to run, and there is a mistake. Let me check. Okay, the error is, you see this number here, number 1, we didn't write here number 1. Okay, now has to work. That is successfully, and you can, as you can see, we cannot see the table, but if we click on the right button, we can refresh, and now we can see the table there. The table as the same as before. You can see here the columns, okay? And also if we go to properties, we can see the same information. Okay, that's the way to create the table. Now let's go to see how we can add information to this table. You can do here directly, for example, one client name is going to be Adanak P. Save, and the phone number is going to be copy, paste, and then you have to press save. Now you have the data saved successfully. Also, now we are going to eliminate that information. The phone number, it's not there. What happened there? Paste, save, save, refresh. Okay, now it's good. Now if we want to eliminate these fields, save. For example, save. You see, we cannot eliminate the primary key, okay? That's not possible with this method. We can eliminate the client name, the phone number, these two fields, but not the primary key. What was the name? Adanak. P, save, and the phone number was this one. Now save. Okay. In order to eliminate this arrow, we have to use a SQL Estimate. Okay. And now let's go to do it. To eliminate this arrow here, well, there is also a SQL Estimate to see the table. Just select asterisk from client. Okay, that's the one to see the table, the client table. Run. I forgot E there. Select. Run. Okay, we have the table there. Now let's go to eliminate this column. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do it. The estimate for this case is going to be delete from client. That's the name of the table. Where ID client 1, it's equal to, I have to change this one here, number 1. Okay, let's go to see if it works. Okay, and now let's go to see the table. Okay, we don't have anything. We eliminate, okay, with this estimate. Now let's go to use an estimate to add information inside the table. The estimate is insert into, now you have to write the name of the table, client values, then open parentheses. We have to insert 3 values. The first is the ID client 1, comma. The second one is the name of the client. The name of the client is Adanak Peak. And the third value is the phone number. Copy into page here. Okay, that's it. Now let's go to run this one. Let's see the table. And that's the way we can insert values inside our tables. Another interesting option is to add the values from a Excel table. Let's go to see how we can do that one. Let's go to take this table as example, and we're going to introduce all this data inside our table. But first, let's go to eliminate this arrow. Let's go to use the same command as before. Delete from client. Client is this table, where ID client is this column. It's equal to 1. Okay, it's this one, 1. Let's go to run this one. Let's go to see the table. There is no information now. And let's go to see the next method. Okay, for that one, just let's go to select all these ones, copy, go to note, notepad, then page here, and let's go to save this one. Let me see where we can save this one. Let's go to create a folder. Okay, we're going to save the document inside there. File, save as client. We are going to leave this kind of encoding. Save. Okay. Oh, what I did? I didn't save. Note. Fill. Save as. Oh, I save in the client here. Okay, now it's good. Now let's go to here. Table, client, import export. Can you see? Right button, import export. Click here to import. Let's go to look for the users. Desktop. Lesson. You have to select the format here. The format is text. Is this one? Select format. Also here test. Okay. Import export completed successfully. Let's go to see. Let's go to refresh. Refresh. Okay. Can you see? Now we have all the data inside the table. Easy and fast. Now I'm going to show you how to save all this information. Okay. Just press here. Select the folder you want to save this information. It's no new folder. No, it's here. Okay, cancel. Save. SQL. We are going to save as a query. Create. Okay, it's already saved. Let's go to check. Okay, is this one here? You can open with Internet Explorer. You see? Okay. Another important thing that we can take from Lucidchart is the information to create our database. As we said before, that one is going to be the primary key. And now I'm going to show you how we can extract the information from here to put in on our database. Okay, just go to the button Export, select your database. In my case is PostgreSQL, and here you have the command to create this table. Just copy and paste here. Okay, here, page. Okay, and we can use that one to create our table also. Okay, but first I'm going to do this one, but first I'm going to eliminate the table, client, delete. As you can see, now we don't have any table, and we're going to use this one to create the table. The table is already created. Open, see. Perfect. The problem with we are using these ones with double quotes, it's when we make a search on this table. I'm going to show you now. For example, copy. No, not this one. Select from client, this one, copy. Paste. Then when we run that one, doesn't work because we didn't put the double quote. Okay, then to write these ones all the time, it's quite annoying. That is the reason because I don't like double quotes. Now, as you can see, it works because we write these ones. Okay, but if you see here, the table properties is the same table as before. Okay, we have the primary key, we have no nulls, we have all the attributes, the type of data, the length is the same as the other table. The only difference, it's every attribute it's right with double quotes. Okay, and I don't like that one. Then I'm going to take this one out. I'm going to remove the table there, and I'm going to use the same command as we did before without double quotes. Okay, now I'm going to insert the data again as I showed you before. Insert, import, here, test, client, select. Okay, successful. Now let's go to see the select from client. Okay, we have our data there. Okay, the video is quite long. I decided to finish this first part here, but first of all I would like to show you how you can save your project in Lucidchart. Okay, I did already, but I'm going to explain you. Just go file, save, and it's going to ask you to put a name to save your file, and that's it. Just put any name, then make your this website as a favorite. Okay, and then you can open your project like this. quite easy. Okay guys, see you on part 2.